Hello, good morning, viewers. This is Saraswati. I welcome you all in online classes of RD Group of Schools. So, students, today I'm going to teach a very important topic that is Deep Water by William Douglas. So, before starting the chapter, first of all, I want to discuss its title, that is Deep Water. So, water is a noun and deep is an adjective in it. So, it means we are elaborating the water in a very deep form. Secondly, we can say the word deep has a very horrible impact on our mind when we think about it. So, the deep water is a horrible kind of title that leaves very adventurous as well as the very horrible impact on our mind. So, in this chapter, William Douglas, who is the narrator of this chapter, is defining about his autobiographical experiences, whatever he felt in the water. So, this is a journey of removing hydrophobia of William Douglas, how he felt the horrible fear of water, how it gripped his mind and heart, and how finally he subdued, removed, and eradicated this fear of water. So, this is a small saga of the journey of removing his hydrophobia, and it is really a very important as well as we can say inspirational kind of story that really inculcates unconquerable will among the readers. So students, now this is assignment number 1, and first of all we will discuss about objectives of the chapter. So to know about the autobiographical experiences of the author, to glean about the skills of courageous heart, to know about unconquerable will of the writer, to explain the hydrophobia and its impact on William Douglas, to understand the literary devices, vocabulary, and other language terms. So, all these aspects we will discuss in this chapter. Students, do you know what is the importance of objectives? The objectives always tell about a topic in a very concluding form, that what actually we will learn out of this topic. So now we will move towards the next point, that is about the author. So William Douglas, who was born in 1898 and died in 1980, was born in Maine, Minnesota. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 30 years and remains the longest serving justice in the history of the court. The following excerpt is taken from The Man and Mountains by William R. Douglas. It reveals how, as a young boy, William Douglas nearly drowned in a swimming pool. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter how he finally overcame it. Notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to spot us discussion of fear. So, students, as we know that William Douglas was really a very courageous heart and the spirit, and he is defining about his hydrophobia and the steps those were taken to remove or root out this fear of water. Now we will discuss about the chapter, and the text has been taken from page number 23rd. So now in the chapter we will discuss what the writer has written. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. So, students, who is I here? William Douglas, because he is explaining his own story, his own autobiographical experience. It is the personal account of his experiences that he is sharing with readers. So, William Douglas was 10 or 11 years old when what happened? I had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. Means William Douglas was 10 or 11 years old. At that time, he decided to learn swimming and to get over the fear of water. So for that purpose, he went at a nearby pool, that is YMCA. So what is the full form of YMCA? Young Men's Christian Association. And in Yakima River, there was nearby was a swimming pool. Yakima River, where is it? It means this river is very famous, and it is known for its popularity of treacherous kind of torments that offered exactly the opportunity. It means at YMCA pool he went to learn swimming. The Yakima River was treacherous. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. It means he selected YMCA pool because it was safe than Yakima River. And why Yakima River is not safe? Because generally and traditionally mother would tell about the treacherous and the horrible stories those created in Yakima River, and it was not considered good. That's why he avoided that. And but the YMC pool was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other, the drop was gradual. I got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. And author selected the YMC pool because it was not too deep. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other, and the drop was gradual. It means the water flow was also gradual, and I got a pair of water. So William Douglas took a pair of water wings and he went to the pool to learn swimming. And this is the map of Yakima River, and where the YMCA pool is there. So narrator has given this map for your better understanding. And next is, and this is text from page number 25. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs, but I subdued my pride and did it from the beginning. However, I hid an aversion to the water when I was in it. I hated to water naked into it. Arthur had the great aversion or hate to the water, and he did not want to go into water because he was not so healthy. He was quite thin, so whenever he would go in the water, then there would be the visibility and he would appear so thin, and especially his legs. But I subdued my pride and did it from the beginning. However, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it, and he's elaborating his story that how he overcame, how he gathered his courage to go in the water. In the beginning he was feeling that no, I should not go, but I subdued means controlled my pride. It means whatever he was feeling he controlled that. And from the beginning, however, I had aversion means hate. So it means he had the hate to the water, but still he went in the water and he went nearby the water. Thus, this started when I was 3 or 4 years old, and father took me to the beach in California. He and I stood together in the surf. I hung on him, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. So here author is saying one of his childhood experience. Then he's saying that this aversion or hate of the water was inculcated in his heart when he was hardly only 2 or 3 years old. And the incident happened when he went with his father at California beach, and at that time the huge, or we can say the large wave, knocked him down and swept over him. So this created a fear of water in his heart. I was buried in the water. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed, but there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of waves. My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived means recalled to present the past memories in front of us. Unpleasant, that is not good. Memories and still childish, still means recalled. Childish fears, but in a little while I gathered mean collected confidence. I paddled with my new water wings, watching the other boys and trying to learn by apping means imitating, copying them. So narrator is saying that when in his early childhood he went along with his father at California beach, and there he felt the fear of water because at that time the misadventure happened with him. The large or the huge waves just knocked him down. At that time he just forgotten to take breath, and he was gone and he was buried in the water. So it was a comical kind of incident. Father laughed, but really this created a great terror in his heart. But after that, he thought that I should remove this fear of water. So when it was the day when his introduction to the YMCA swimming pool really recalled and memorized those unpleasant memories that he felt at YMCA pool. But still, he overcame them and he gathered his confidence and he thought, yes, now I will try my best. And he was upping or means imitating all the steps of learning from the other boys who were swimming in the YMCA pool. So I did this 2 or 3 times on different days and was just beginning to feel at ease in the water when the misadventure happened. I went to the pool when no one. I did this 2 or 3 times. It means already narrator had done it 2 or 3 times at the different days and he was trying to learn swimming. Every day he was going with water wings and he was trying his best and before happening the misadventure. I went to I I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet, the water was still, and the tilled bottom was as white as clean as a bathtub. I was dreaming about going on. So narrator is explaining about his particular experience that he felt on that day. He went to the pool and nobody was there. The place was quite silent and there was no visit at all and water was quite silent and the serious and the tiled bottom was as well and there was quite clean white bottom of the swimming pool and just like the bathtub and I was timid. Timid means coward. It means poor and fearful about going in, but there was no courage in him to go inside the water. So now William Douglas is telling that every day he was going, but alone to go in the water, and it was not possible for him because already he was gripped with the fear of water. And alone, so I sit on the side. He was all alone there, and nobody was there on the pool when he went there on that day. So he sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. I had not been there long when in came a big bruiser of a boy, probably 18 years old. He had thick hair on his chest. He was beautiful physical specimen with legs and arms that showed rippling muscles. He yelled, "Hi, skinny, how do you like to be ducked?" With that, he picked me up and tossed me into the deep end. So it's really very horrible incident and misadventure that happened or misincident that happened with William Douglas. He's telling that one day he was sitting on the edge of the YMC pool and he was waiting for other boys. When somebody will come, then he will imitate them, then he will try to learn, then he will go in the water. So he was just only waiting along with his water wings, but then immediately one big bruiser, healthy young boy came there and he was a real specimen of his youngest health and he yelled, cried and he called him as, "Hi skinny, how would you like to be ducked?" It means how would you go in the water? And he just only tossed him in the deep end of the water. And he was not aware that Douglas was not aware with the swimming skills and he thought that maybe he was waiting for someone so definitely he should enjoy. So he was not all aware about him. I landed in a sitting position, swallowed water, and went at once to the bottom. I was frightened, but not yet frightened out of my wits. On the way down, I planned when my feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and paddle to the edge of the pool. It was the time when Douglas started his hard struggle to fight against the water, and he settled a wonderful example of his struggle. I landed in a sitting position. It means he went in the water in a sitting position and he swallowed the water and went at the once to the bottom and finally at the bottom he reached. He was quite frightened and he was more frightened even his mind was not working due to the fear and on the other way There was no any other wit or intellectual power with him that he could plan in a better manner. But still, when my feet hit the bottom, I would make a jump. But he was thinking that when his feet hit the bottom, then he will use his best strength and he will take a big sum and he will come out of the water and he will reach at the surface and life let on it and paddled to the edge of the pool. It seemed a long way down. Those 9 feet were more like 90. But there was no possibility that 9 feet deep pool was looking just like 90 feet deep. And, and before I touched bottom, my lungs were ready to burst. But when my feet hit bottom, summoned all my strength and made what I thought was a great spring upwards. I imagined I would bob to the surface like a cock. Instead, I came up slowly. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but water, water that had a dirty yellow tinge to it. I grew panically. I reached up as if to grab a rope, and my hands clutched only at water. So those 90 feet were more like 90. It means only mere 90 feet due to fear were looking just like 90. And before I touched bottom, my lungs were ready to burst. And it means before going to the bottom of the water, his lungs were full of water and they were just only about to burst. But when my feet hit bottom, someone all but as his feet hit to the bottom and he collected all his strength and he thought that now he will go upward and he imagined only to take his complete strength and finally he will go out and he will come out from this water. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but water. But as he opened his eyes, then nothing was there, only water and water everywhere, nothing more than that. But water, but saw nothing. Water that had a dirty yellow tinge to it. I grew panically, and it means he became very painful. I reached up as if to grab a rope. Grab in clutch, tightly hold a rope, and my hands clutched only at water. It means he was trying to clutch the water, but as we know, water cannot be grabbed, so he was trying his best. How incapable, how helpless he was in that situation. So definitely he became fearful. So he was feeling very misadventurous kind of experience there. So students, we can say that the summary of this text from page number 23rd to 25th is that William Douglas, who experienced a misadventure in his early childhood when he was 2 or 3 years old at California Beach along with his father. This created or instilled the fear of water, that is hydrophobia, in his heart, and this never tried come to him out from this. And whenever he visited at any place of water resurfaces, then always he felt a lot of horror, as well as all his trips were ruined just because of that fear. Then he decided to remove that fear of water, and for that he tried to learn all the tricks of swimming, and for that purpose he went at YMCA pool. But unfortunately, that incident happened at YMCA pool, that one big bruiser came there and he tossed him water unknowingly, that he was not aware that the child is or the boy is not aware with the swimming skills. But it also created a very wonderful impact in his heart because he learned a lot of things. He struggled with the water and he felt a very approaching death nearby that, and he tried his best to fight against the water. Even he tried to clutch or to grab the water. So this was really a wonderful part of William Douglas, which is exposing his courageous spirit and his unconquerable will to fight against anything, any difficulty in the life. So this is not mere an experience of water. This also giving a very preaching kind of thought to us that we should never give up. We should always follow the very hardest kind of experience and the task those can give something better and wonderful and memorable in the life that we can recall anytime in our life, and always give the very motivational approach to our minds. So students, now we will discuss about the meaning of difficult words. So treacherous, that means that cannot be trusted. Skinny, very thin. Subdued, controlled. And aversion, dislike. Serve, form. Revived, recall. Upping, imitation. Misadventure, unfortunate. Bruiser, burly person. Yell, cry. Tossed, through. And summoned, gathered. So these are the difficult words of this text. Some silent points to remember means whatever the conclusion of the topic. So, the childhood venture of Douglas, his arrangement of equipments to learn swimming, is aversion to water resurfaces, has practiced to make comfortable in water, the misadventure in the swimming pool, has planned to manage the crisis at the bottom of the pool, his struggle with water. So, all these points have been discussed in these two pages from 23rd to 25th of chapter 3rd, Deep Water of Flamingo, assignment number 1. So, students, I hope you enjoyed a lot and thank you and have a nice day.